Wealth and health? Which
That's right.
one is it?
Well, I mean, there is health in your wealth journey, right? But we can't forget the 5 F's, Mark, right?
Yeah.
So faith, fitness, family, friends, finance, and how all those things kind of connect with each other are very important. And I think this is part of it when we talk about our health checkup. Are all the things functioning? Are they working
Well,
right? Right?
I think of it this way when you mention the connection between wealth and health. Um, when I've been broke, I know what it feels like.
Yeah.
You know, I lost a business and lost a ton of money. That makes me a really good advisor because one, I had to have a lot of money to have the size of failure that I had, and two, I know what that feels like. So it makes me really good. I had someone ask once, "Well, I don't know, because you're a financial advisor, blah blah blah, and you lost all this money." Yeah, I did. Yeah, um, you had to make it at one point to be able to lose it. But I can tell you this: when it comes to health, having being broke puts stress on you. What does that do for your health?
Not good.
Not good.
No, it's it. You
They're
st-
tied together.
and-
I'm not telling you got to be a gazillionaire because I know plenty of people that have a lot of money. Their health's terrible and their mental state. More money does not make you mentally happier,
Sure.
by and large.
Yeah.
I can tell you this though: being broke does not make you happy either. and that feeling of having money and having lost it is a big one.
Yep.
And I think that's why it makes me such a great advisor. And I say that like Mark, you're saying you're a great. I am. And I think it's because I know exactly how it feels to lose money, and I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, and part of this is there's an emotional journey that comes with this, and
No
that's where
doubt.
the stress comes from, right? When you look at your bank statement and there's a bunch of debt that you have to manage with, how do I pay my bills this month? How do I do grocery? How do I do, am I going to get out of debt? How do I build my emergency fund? And some of these are the basics of like what it looks like. So Mark, throw up the first slide for us. We'll just have the 5 basic things when we talk about our health checklist, if you would, which are cash flow, emergency fund, the debt load, savings rate, and then the risk coverage on the back end of it.
We've got a slide up there right now that's healthy by age, but there's another one I think I'd like to see up there. Do you have the other one, Mark? I'd love to see it if we could, as we do this live.
That one right
let's
there,
go
yeah.
to this one right here.
Sure.
And boy, he doesn't look very healthy. I don't know who that is, but he doesn't look healthy. But cash flow, emergency fund, debt load, savings rate, risk coverage. I love that risk coverage one. I think that's missed by a lot of young people.
Sure.
And I don't mean you have to have a bunch of life insurance. You don't need any if you don't have children yet and a spouse. But unless you just want to leave money to somebody else, but I wouldn't see any purpose in that personally, at that age particularly.
Yeah.
But these are all parts of doing this wealth, health kind of a checkup.
Yeah, and each one of these has different characteristics to it, right? When we talk
doubt.
about cash flow, that looks so different at call it 15 when you get your first job and you're making the minimum wage or whatever, and 70 when you're trying to figure out how to build an income
question.
plan in retirement. And there's
sooner than 70, most likely.
that's
hopefully.
true, yeah, and all the levers in between, right?
Right.
And
Well, we have a slide for that. I think we already showed it, but let's put it back up there, and let's talk about this. So you're in your 30s, and what does that look like? Well, that's not the one I was looking for.
one back.
One back. Let's go back one.
There you go.
And this is a live show, so I want you to see this. But so let's think about this: what healthy looks like by age. So you're in your 30s and 15 to 20% savings. I know there's never a thing. I can tell you. I know 25-year-olds. I know one in particular that's probably saving more like 45, 50%. Guy's just he's after you, buddy. He's wearing you out.
Oof.
And not a high income earner, but he's just stocking it.
Yep.
He's got a plan. But
Eating ramen
so we
noodles
just
and
say these
dreaming.
things. It doesn't mean if you're below this or ahead of this, it doesn't mean anything. It's just this kind of averages. But okay, you're in your 30s. Yeah, you should have switched past the 10% savings rule up to 15 by now, hopefully. And no consumer debt. I doubt it. I think most 30-year-olds still have it, don't you?
Sure. Especially with the way we've used education, right? And there's probably lots of different directions to go with that. But
They could could have college loans.
Exactly. And
But
education
I
is
bet you
important.
some of those may have some credit card debt. I want you
Sure.
to get out of it, but I bet you got it. What about
The medical
car
stuff.
payments?
Well, even like imagine an emergency
hopefully
that
not
happens.
in the 30s, but you could have medical debt. Could,
Yeah.
but hopefully not in your 30s.
Agreed.
But prayerfully, you have at least 6 months in the emergency fund, and now we need to get rid of this consumer debt. And that's what healthy looks like.
Yeah.
Now you move into your 40s, and where are we at now in the 40s? You're taking advantage of 401s, IRAs,
Sure.
Roth IRAs, hopefully. Hopefully you have a Roth 401, something like that. Clear investment strategy. I would hope so. I think the clear part is, I see all kinds of stuff with that.
Well, and this is the ideal world, right?
We're talking about healthy. We're talking about the very best health.
And ultimately, and we were just talking about this. We had a radio show, and really the premise of it was, how can you make sure that when you get to retirement, you can spend your money and feel good about spending it?
Right.
And I think if you have that clear investment strategy in your 40s and 50s, you're going to be able to do the things that you want to in retirement. Maybe
No
it's
doubt.
golf. Maybe you like to build cars. Maybe you want to travel. Whatever it is, you have to know a little bit of how much you're going to want to spend
agree
in that
100%.
thing. And if you know that in your 40s, you're going to be set for your 60s,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no question about it. So clear investment strategy, insurance dialed in. Yeah, you got the coverage that you need for the different life things that happen.
Yep.
So now let's move into the 60s. Planning is now greater than accumulation. And so think about what we really mean here. It's this idea, when I think of Living Large, a brand that I have, Living Large Television, Living Large Radio, been out there for so long now, Living Large on YouTube and all that.
Sure.
This brand, Living Large is not about having more. It's about fearing less.
Sure.
Well, that's the 60s. It's not about, hey, yes, we need to grow money. Don't get me wrong. It's the only way you're going to beat inflation. Wall Street serves such a purpose. I'm glad to be a Wall Street money manager. But now it's where planning is greater than accumulation. Building more accumulation, you should have done that by your 60s. We still want to grow some of that money, but we want to really start planning the purpose of that money.
Yeah.
And then you use into this risk reduction. I don't really like this word risk reduction, because I personally will be taking way more risk than those people at these ages, and I want others to do it because I have planned accordingly. I've got my emergency fund. I have my non-Wall Street money, my money that's not affected by markets. I have an income plan that is clear and written, and I can't outlive it if I live to 95 or my wife lives to 95 or whatever. So because of that, the money that I still have invested, I'm probably going to be taking some pretty good risk on it, because if I don't need it, why wouldn't I want to grow it?
Yeah.